recording now. Okay, now you try once if you can record, and then
Abhishek, sir.
it will be okay. Raja Abhishek, okay.
Sir,
Already recording, sir.
You are already recording, Raja Abhishek.
Means my device, this one I'm seeing in my laptop, sir.
recording, sir.
Okay, now I think if you are able to record, then fine. Then let us start again. I will share the screen now, and you can see that screen share. Okay. Can you see the screen?
No, sir.
No, sir.
You can't see it.
No, sir.
No, sir.
Wait a second. Let me check once now.
Sir, that how you will keep in YouTube, sir?
Recorded
which
one
one?
will be saved in our gallery. Now we can see.
Wait a second.
So those who are recording, tell them after class to keep in WhatsApp.
Not the screen. No screen or not. That was.
Sir, voice is break.
Can you see the screen?
Screen share. Yes, sir. Screen sharing start.
Yes, sir.
Started now.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
right.
Yes, sir.
Right then. So let us take this example. This mass was projected with velocity u here, this one, and when it reaches at some point, at the highest point maybe, there it's split into two parts, 2m and m, due to explosion. And it was observed that one of the masses just dropped vertically downwards, and the other one will be now reaching at some other further distance. So where will the other one end up reaching? What will be the distance covered by the other one? Total distance covered by the other one from the starting point, from the
3R
origin.
by 2. 3R by 2.
We can find out easily by understanding one thing.
Yes, sir.
The
Yes, sir.
center of mass will be following just parabolic path. So if we know the range of this, that range formula, we know, all of you know range formula, u square sine
theta by G.
This is range, but this range is only for the center of mass, not for other masses. Out of those, one mass has come here, so it has covered less range. How much range it has covered? R1. That is considered the range of one as R1.
Half
And
the
the other
range,
has
sir.
covered range R2.
Half of the range.
Then we will write 2m into R1 plus m into
R2 by 3m
2m
equals
plus m
to R
will be equal to
equals
total
to
affected
R.
range.
R, sir.
And R1 here we know
R
R1
by
was
R
two.
by
R2.
2, sir.
R by 2.
Then we get, I think,
R2,
m
sir.
into R plus m into
2m R, sir.
R2.
R2.
2m into R by 2 it will be. So that's why 3m
Yes, sir.
is
3m.
equal to R.
MM cancel, sir.
So m cancelled everywhere. We are
R2
left
equal
with
to 2R.
R2 is coming out to be 2R or
2R. 2R, sir.
2R. 2R, sir.
2R.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So R2 is
2R.
coming out to be 2R. Right. We are getting it. So one, I have normally seen, although they can obviously change the questions anytime, we can ask any question. It may not be exploding at the highest point. It may be exploding somewhere else. And one question which usually they ask, that one of the 2m mass, this just returned back to the point of projection. That is also one common question. When
U
they say
cos
it
theta,
returns
sir,
back to the point of projection, only difference in that case will be that R1 we have to put as 0, because if it returns back, then it will be just R1 will be 0. This is one case, returning back. If it returns back, then towards the origin, and this one is the case when it is just falling vertically down only, falling vertically down. But in one more thing here could be possible, which I have not considered. It can gain some velocity in vertical direction also. For example, it may happen that 2m falls vertically down, but it does not fall vertically down with 0 speed. It falls initially, it gains speed in vertically downward direction, maybe u. What speed it gained in vertical downward direction? U. Then what happens to small m? then small m will also gain speed in vertical direction because momentum will be conserved. So what speed the small m will gain? I can write 2m initial. See, momentum we can apply conservation of momentum. When we are applying conservation of momentum along y-axis, also we can apply along y-axis.
Yes, sir.
At the
Yes, sir.
highest point, what
3m
was the
sin
initial
theta.
momentum? At the highest point, what was initial momentum along y-axis?
0.
Initial momentum along y-axis was 0.
0, sir.
2m into finally it gained minus u. I said that it gained u downwards. That is
Yes,
see.
sir. Yes, sir.
I'm
Minus
taking all
u.
the examples together, so I know that is also one of the reason. I think that's finally if you see what I'm taking here by just taking the screenshot of this, then you will be finding something wrong only because I'm verbally I'm telling you everything, but now I'm changing the question. No question is different. Now question, it is gaining u speed downwards and it is, let us say, acquiring speed v upwards. We want to find what speed it acquired upwards. So how to find that? 2m into minus u plus m into v is equal to 0. So
2u,
v came
sir.
out to be
2u.
2u. Yes, v is just 2u only. So by that we can tell that when v is 2u, then finally this mass has 2u upwards. What about in horizontal direction? What speed it has in horizontal direction? Again,
U cos theta.
px is also conserved. Conservation of momentum along x-axis. That I
Yes,
can
sir,
write
px.
initially 3m was moving with u cos theta.
Cos
But
theta.
now,
Yes, sir.
Theta is
2m
equals
starts
to
falling vertically down. So 2m has
0.
0.
0.
But m will have some
plus
other
m
velocity. Let us
into
call it
v,
as
sir.
vx.
v1.
This should be written as vy. This
3u
is
cos
vy.
theta.
This is vy, and there is vx also. So
X
what
also,
is
sir.
vx now? So we can
3u
write
cos
this thing
theta.
as u cos theta.
3u cos theta, sir.
3u cos theta, sir.
That is it. So now at this particle has two velocities. One is 2u upwards and another is 3u cos
3u
theta in
cos
horizontal
theta.
direction.
X direction.
And it has to fall through height h. So now it becomes again a new question of the projectile, and we can find out where it lands. Now we have to do in this way only. Now I
find
cannot
out.
do by that center of mass method. Why I cannot do by center of mass method? Reason will be this, that in this case 2m falls first, but 3m falls, but m falls later on. See, 2m falls first because it has vertically downward velocity. So it will fall and it will stop. And once it stops, then other will be now still be moving in air only. So at that time, now
Yes,
I
sir.
will not be in the position to say that center of mass will keep on following the parabolic path. I cannot say that now. Why that will not happen? Because both masses are not falling freely under gravity in this case. One has already fallen to the ground, but other is still in midair. When that happens, then obviously I should better do in that case by velocities. Then we should do that way only. Although it is little lengthy, but this is the only way also. We cannot do it in other way. So it will become little lengthy. How to do now? So h height, I think you know the formula for h height because it was the maximum height, and maximum height
You can
attained
find
was
out, sir.
u square sine square theta
Theta by
by
2g.
2g.
2g,
That
sir.
was the maximum
2g,
height, right?
sir.
And now I have to use the equation
Yes,
along
sir, yes,
y-axis to find out at what time it will come down. What will be the time taken? That I can write uy into t minus half of g into t square.
gt square.
Initial
T
velocity
square.
was 2y
GT.
here. Time I want to find minus half of g into t square unknown. And the displacement will be what?
Sy is
Along y.
equal to minus h, sir.
Yes, from
plus,
here only. From this point to this point. Here
So
to there it
minus
goes,
h
but I have
only,
to take
sir, it is.
vertical. So vertically it will become, I think, minus h only we should write.
Minus h.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Displacement
That is what
minus
we
h.
should write. So we are getting time from here, although it will be now little complicated because
Quadratic
we cannot get the roots quadratic equation, but okay, we can write, it will be, we can solve. So means right, use that formula minus b plus minus root of b square minus 4ac divided by 2a. Out of that, neglect the time which is negative. Neglect negative time, where there will be only positive time. Take that. That will be the time. And this time finally has to be multiplied because I want to find range along horizontal. So this is u along horizontal into time. What is u along horizontal? U along horizontal was 3u cos theta.
3u
So
cos
I can
theta.
write it as
Yes, sir. 3u cos theta.
3u
cos theta into t.
into time.
Into
That
t.
is the range along horizontal. But it is not the net range. It is only extra range after this. Already before that, what range it has already covered? It has already covered r by 2 because it was in the mid area. In the topmost point, the explosion happened. So therefore, after this, I should also add r by 2 in this. So my answer will be finally r by 2 plus 3u cos theta into t. That will be the total displacement of or the effective range of mass m, the distance up to which mass m, distance where mass m falls, distance where mass m falls onto the ground. That is this
Okay,
distance
sir.
now.
Understood.
So okay, although now it is slightly more lengthy, but there is no shortcut also for such question, because when it gains vertical velocity, then we have to do this only. One more possibility they can ask, for example, here what I was doing, I was assuming that the other one is dropping that, other one can return. How to do in this case if other one is returning? And let me take that example. But in that case, means it is not returning at the highest point. It is going here, and this is again 3m. This is again theta. This is again u. But when it went up to the half of the maximum height which
Highest
it could attain,
point.
when it went up to the half of the maximum height which it could attain, in that half of the maximum height only, 2m suddenly returned back to the origin from where it started, but m went ahead. So up to what distance the m will land now, where m will end up landing? So 2m just returns back here. So 2m just returns back here, but m keeps on moving forward. So now again applying a conservation of momentum, but here it will be slightly more complicated to apply this time. How to apply? See, now you should be very fast at understanding that what is the vertical velocity here. Then you can do it fast. I think you know that this height above it will be h by 2, and this vertical velocity was u sine theta. So I know that u sine theta was root 2 g h. You know this formula or not? You remember? U sine theta was root 2 g h.
Root 2 g.
Then what will be the velocity? What will be velocity uy here? Uy velocity here for the mass before collision.
h by 2.
Before explosion, I am saying before explosion, when it was just total 3m, then uy I can write root 2 g h by 2, which will become I think
root gh.
root 2 gh whole divided by root 2, or I can simply write, therefore I can write this thing uy as u sine theta divided by root. Can we write that or not? U sine theta divided by root 2.
Sir.
But
Yes, sir.
sir, just for simple calculation. For simple calculation, I am giving theta 45 so that here it will become easy. So sine theta by this will become now u sine theta 1 by root 2 upon root 2 again. So it will become
U by 2.
This is the velocity along y-axis. So now after knowing the velocity along y-axis, but next again conservation of momentum. This velocity was for what? This is for 3m. In which direction it was? That direction also I don't know, but I know I don't need to know the direction actually, because I can resolve components and I can solve separately for each component. So 3m has this velocity which has one component along y and one along x. Along x, everybody knows it will be u cos theta, which will be u by root 2. Along y-axis, as I found already, it was u by 2. This was JBE.
Just before collision, sir.
Explosion, just before explosion. What will be just after explosion? Just after explosion, I think this 3m will be, as I told before, that it will be, one will be returning back this side and other will be going in that direction. So 2m will be coming back in this direction. So how to write the conservation of momentum equation now? Think about it. How to write
Sir,
it?
velocity of dm.
This angle here will be some different angle alpha.
Along y-axis, no, sir.
I have to find net velocity along this side first of all. What is the net velocity? Not u by root 2. It was u by 2. We found it, u sine theta by root 2. We already found it u sine, because it was at the u by root 2 was at the starting point. I am saying at this point when explosion took place. Explosion.
Understood, sir.
Explosion took place at h by 2. There I am saying. So for that case, I think it is right only that I should write it as u by 2. Now, but what is alpha here? At what angle it is exploding? At this angle, I have to say. So, can I find out the components from here? Y component. Tan alpha we can find out from here, right?
Yes, sir.
Because based upon this we can find. So alpha is known to us. In which direction? I'm now thinking in which direction I should apply conservation momentum. Can I apply in any direction? Yes, that is our choice. I can apply along x, along y, or along this line, along the line. I can apply along this line. Also, I can apply separately. So I can apply in any direction. That does not make a difference. But I'm in which direction should I apply? I'm thinking that I think it will be
Long
it will be
y-axis.
one way will along x I can apply separately, or
If we separately
along
apply, we can
let us apply separately along x and separately along y.
Y.
If I apply that way, then I get initial momentum along y-axis was 3m. Initial means just before explosion, not that starting point. 3m into u
Same
by
path.
2, right? 3m into u by 2.
3m into u by 2.
Finally, what is 2m? I don't know what it has, but let its velocity be v, which it gained in backward direction. Then I should write, I think, 2m into what should I write here? V by 2. 2m in
Sir,
no,
it's regain
no.
same path means that velocity also u by 2 only, sir. Same
No,
path.
not necessary. Return velocity should be.
Mass is different.
Mass difference also same velocity.
I think I should specify with what velocity. Yes, it should have same velocity, right? It should have same speed. Exactly right only. Exactly
Sir,
right.
same, sir.
Then only it will return back to the same path. So
Same
it means
path.
then if it has same speed, then it should have u by 2 downwards. U by 2 downwards, and this side it should have u by root 2. For what?
Root 2, yes, sir.
For 2m.
2m, sir.
So u by 2 downwards and u by root 2 along x. So you are right only. Then only it can return back.
So the 2m mass will return to
right.
same points then?
Yes, 2m is returning, not m. 2m is returning. I said 2m will return to the same
sir.
point. So if
Yes,
2m
sir,
returns to the
sir.
same point, then I should write for 2m it will become minus u by 2.
U
Just
minus
direction
u
will
by
get
2, sir.
reversed.
Yes, sir. Plus m
But
into
for m it is unknown. For m it will be vy or uy.
v by.
For m
Yes,
it
sir.
is uy. No, uy I'm I think using several times, or okay.
Only v, sir.
Okay,
Only.
let us write v. Okay.
V equals to 5mu by 2,
VL or
mm
x-axis.
cancel 5u by 2, sir.
Let us call it v1, v2, maybe v2 along y v2, and along x I will write it as v1. So v2 we are getting as
5u by 2, sir.
5u
by 2. U by 2.
Exactly right. Now conservation of momentum along x, 3m
X, sir.
into u cos theta. U cos theta was u by root
U by root 2.
is equal to 2m,
Direction-
which will reverse again, minus u
Minus u by root 2, sir.
plus m. M will have again one, let us say v1 along x. So what we get v1 as? V1 we get
5u by root 2.
5 u by root 2. This we are getting. So after getting these two, what next? Next, same way as we did last time. Again, now forget what happens to the 2m mass. Just see what m mass
Only
does.
m.
So m mass is rising up with what velocity? 5u by 2, and it is going horizontally with what velocity?
5u
With
by
5
root 2,
by
sir. Root 2.
5u by root 2. Then now we
The
have to
distance
find out
h by 2,
where
sir.
it lands. Again, this distance is h by 2.
H by 2.
So I think now we can do in the same way as we did last time.
Same way, sir.
As we did last time, same way we will do again. Same way we will do, and we can get answer from there.
Sir,
Means
I
along
have-
y axis we will write the
Complicated.
question first, and then we
Sir, I have a doubt. When it is exploded,
will this distance also. It is not clear.
sir,
What did you say?
sir,
Hello?
when it is exploded, that is, sir,
When
sir,
it
when
is
it
exploded,
is
that is,
exploded,
it is exploded
due to
at,
internal forces only, no, sir.
due to internal forces. Yes, right.
Or
Then-
chemical.
Center of mass will not be deflected from the parabolic path.
That mass will not be deflected from the parabolic path. Center of mass will not be deflected. Center of mass. You are right.
Then-
Center of mass will not be deflected from the
Same
parabolic
as-
path. But only up to what
Then
extent it will
same
not be
as the
deflected.
first case we can
No. Listen.
Okay.
Up to what extent it will not be deflected from the parabolic path? Up to that extent only. Up to the extent 2m lands back to the origin. When 2m is back at the origin, then there is an external force acting on 2m or not? Normal.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes,
So,
sir.
therefore, I'm saying that center of mass will be, after that it will start getting some other path because of this normal which acts from the
Different
ground.
path.
So now it will be a different path. But yes, you are right that up to that instant, when this 2m lands back onto the ground, up to that it will be same path only. There will be no difference for the center of mass.
Same parabola
So
path.
it will keep on following the parabolic path, but only up to that instant when it comes back. And as soon as it comes back, then the path will get deviated.
Yes. Okay, sir. Understood.
Okay. Right.
Yes, sir.
Therefore, because I know that after all it will be getting deviated, and but in first case, why that was not happening? Because in first case, 2m as well as m both reach the ground
Will
land
land at
simultaneously.
the same time.
and because they reach the ground in the same instant of time, so we were happy that we could apply that direct concept without having to find out the velocities directly from center mass.
Sir, I have a doubt, sir.
Yes.
Sir, how the normal will affect the mass to m, sir?
Normal
Means again it will rebound, sir.
will make it, or it may bounce up. It may rebound or it will come
Okay,
to rest
sir.
also. Depends. The collision is
Okay, sir.
perfectly inelastic or collision is elastic. What
Elastic.
kind of collision it is? But normally, if I assume, then I think it may just come and it may fall and it may drop dead also. That is possible. So it will be impulsive normal. Suddenly, it will make it come to rest. That will happen. And as a result, there will be a quick change in path of the center mass of these two. But after that, this individual mass m, that will still follow some different parabolic path now. But it will not. We cannot say that this parabolic path followed by m is same as that of center mass or something that we cannot conclude. M will be independent parabolic path. But as far as the center mass is concerned, that center mass will now after this, I can say as it comes to rest here. So initially, let us say the path followed was this, and the moment it comes to rest here, then this was the center mass here. Let us say at that time when it comes here, then from here the center mass will be now deviating from this path. It will be following some other path. That other path may still be parabolic or not. Let me check once. Yes, other path will also be parabolic only. Other path will also be parabolic, but that will be some different parabola, not same parabola. Why other path will still be parabolic? Reason is this. Let me tell you the reason for that. What is the acceleration of center of mass after one falls onto the ground? After one mass falls to the ground, then acceleration will become 2m into 0 plus m into minus g upon 2m
by 3m, sir.
m. Then it is minus g by 3. This is also uniformly accelerated motion. So center of mass is still following parabolic path. But now it
But
is following
different, sir.
parabolic path which has effective acceleration due to gravity minus g by 3 for different effective gravity. So therefore this
Yes,
path will be deviated from the old path of the center of mass. Understood?
New path
It will be like this. It will be like this. It will be maybe center mass will be going in this way, and suddenly it will take a turn in some different direction, and not means it will be some different parabola. Now how to make it shape, I have to think more deeply on it. But you understand one thing only, that yes, it will be different parabolic path, not the same parabolic path as before. Okay? Is it okay?
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
So this is the kind of question they can ask in explosions, and mid-air collisions also can be there. For example, I can ask this question that if ball comes here and then another ball was projected, they collided in the mid-air, and this is mass m1, this is mass m2. So they collided in the mid-air, and what will be the impulse acting on the balls due to gravity? What is the impulse acting due to impulse on balls during due to gravity? Due to gravity. For what time I have to find? I think I can say for in time interval t. What time interval t? In that time interval t, in which I think I should mention impulse on balls due to gravity in time interval t, such that the none of the masses, such that the m1 and m2 are still in time. I mean, only lands onto the ground. Not that. I'm talking about that time for which these are still in air. What is the impulse on the balls due to gravity? Or I can say impulse also means what? Impulse also means change in momentum. change in momentum on the balls due to the gravity in time interval such that m1 and m2. This question, why I'm taking specifically, I have seen that students get confused that it has something to do with collisions. They think when it collided, something will happen. At impulse, we have to find by some different ways. Not like that. When I'm saying impulse due to gravity, then I need not worry about maybe I should not even call it gravity. That will also make it easier. I should just say find impulse on the balls in the time interval such that m1 and m2 are in air only, in that whole time interval. Then somebody will think that it is complicated question because there are forces acting, normal is acting, here normal is acting when they are colliding. But these are internal normals. So net impulse due to these on both of these together will be 0 because these are internally acting. So external impulse will be only because of m1g and m2g. So even if I don't say that find impulse, even if I don't say find impulse due to gravity, then also whether they collide or they don't collide, as long as both the masses are in mid-air, then I can simply write the impulse as m1 plus m2 into g. What is the formula for impulse?
G into
Force into time.
integral of m1 plus m2.
Normally I write integral, but here no need for that also. Reason is because force is constant here, and when it is constant, then I can just say f into t.
Directly into t.
So this into t. It is so simple. But students get confused just because it is colliding. So nothing happens. Let it not be colliding also. Let it be exploding, etc. Whatever happens, it makes no difference. But yes, one thing can happen. I should specify this thing that there is no air drag. No air drag because it is unsaid assumption. Whenever such questions are asked, whether it was explosion case or it was collision case in mid-air, this assumption from the projectile only this assumption. Mute yourself. I cannot see who is talking. Mute yourself, please.
ఇంకోసారి నా కళ్ళ ముందు తీసుకొచ్చి చేస్తావు దాన్ని నిన్ను.
Can you
mute bro?
Mute yourself.
Rishidhar, mute boy.
He is not muting, right?
He's not even
Who is
listening to class.
co-host with me? There is one boy who is co-host with me. Can you mute him?
ఆడి ఏం గోర్లు అసలు రాక్షస గోర్లు దిగినాయి చేతిలోకి.
Rishidhar, mute.
I think I made somebody co-host.
I muted, sir.
Muted already. Okay, good. Right. So this one is okay. And one example I would like to take now from Pathfinder. In fact, multiple examples. Those are, and I should take maybe one. Before Pathfinder, I think better to take one question. Then after that, I will. This question, I found that some students face difficulty in such cases also when it is asked. Let's say this was a block, and on this another block is here, and this is of mass m. This is of mass maybe m, and this another block comes of mass m, and then the collision took place. A collides with this system of B and C, and it is given that this friction may be given as mu between C and B, and there is no friction on the ground. Ground is frictionless. Something like this we have to answer. Sometimes there may be different situation. I may give the friction in the ground. I may give friction in the ground, but normally I am giving now when friction is not there in the ground, that is absent. So in this case, if it is given that a block comes with velocity u, and collides with B, what will be the velocities obtained by A, B, and C? Velocities of A, B, and C just after collision. One case. Second case, long time after collision. Second case. These two we have to answer. What else is given? It is given that the value of E is equal to 1. That is given. Once this question is over, I also want to analyze one more thing here. We have to find out work done by impulsive forces during collisions. That point of discussion also should come. So I think I will discuss this also. What is work done by impulsive impulsive force is here. Is the friction impulsive or not? That also you decide. I'm not telling you whether it is impulsive or not. You decide. You decide that thing. You decide. Just think on it and then you decide. And after that, I will explain. One thing, sorry, I gave it in a wrong place. I should have given it. I think I should have given it somewhere
The other end, sir.
here, I think. Because otherwise it will fall quickly. If due to inertia, it will tend to remain. C should be kept here at the other end. So that due to inertia, it should not fall backwards. And it should have enough distance means the plank is of sufficient length so that this C block does not fall on B. It does not fall from B. It just remains on B only. And mu is also given. How to tell whether this normal here, let us call it N1, let's call it N2, and let us call this as N. This N is due to collision. This is due to collision. How to tell whether N2 is impulsive or N1 is impulsive or N is only impulsive? The one which is due to collision, the one which is acting only during the time of collision, that is definitely impulsive. There is no doubt about it. But is N1 impulsive? Is N2 impulsive? How to tell that? There's very simple way to tell. Very, very simple way. If N1 and N2 are perpendicular to N, if N1 and N2 are perpendicular to N, then N1 and N2 obviously cannot be impulsive in this case. But if N1 and N2 are not perpendicular to N and there is some component of normal which is acting along the direction of N, then that component will try to balance. For example, if I can give you some example where this case will happen when it will be trying to balance that force or oppose that force. For example, if I take a ball hanging from the ceiling and another ball collides in this way. If it collides in this way, then on the lower ball B, this is impulse or not? Direction of impulse.
Yes,
But
sir,
this tension, this, let us say it is normal. This normal and tension, if I see in the vertical direction, then this tension is trying to
It will have components. Yes.
Means the component of normal along Y is getting opposed by T. And when that happens, then definitely T will also automatically become impulsive. It can become very large force.
Component of T.
What about this case? Take another case now. Tension is this side and I am hitting it from below. If I am hitting it from below, then that will make the string loose. Then rather than becoming impulsive, it will in fact become zero probably. It may not become zero. It depends on what speed we are throwing it. But yes, if it is impulse, then it will become momentarily zero also.
Yes, sir.
So then this tension will not be impulsive if it is hitting from below. So it is normal and now Ny is there. But that Ny is not opposing the tension. It is in same direction only. So that Ny will not tend to make T larger. But this Ny will tend to make T suddenly larger. So T will become impulsive. And when there will be no difference at all, when normal is this side and T is perpendicular to that, so there is no impact of normal on T. Even if normal is impulsive, T will not be impulsive. T will be normal force only. Why I'm trying to figure out which forces are impulsive or not, which are not impulsive? Because I told you that during collisions, we can neglect non-impulsive, non-impulsive forces we can neglect. The forces which are not very large enough, those we can definitely neglect during collisions. So such kind of forces we can neglect. So therefore, we should know which are impulsive and which are non-impulsive. We can see that, for example, mg, I told you, mg we are always neglecting in mid-air collisions.
And friction also, sir.
We are always neglecting
Friction.
mg.
Yes, sir.
Friction sometimes, not always. I gave you example when we are not able to neglect friction. I gave you that example. You remember velocity
Yes,
was
sir,
this
when
and
we are
this was
hitting
colliding
a
up
ball.
and down.
Yes,
That's
sir.
the one example. There could be other example also. Let us say this is a ball. It is projected with velocity v, and here coefficient of friction is mu. And after colliding with this wall, this is a let us say vertical wall. It is vertical wall, but we are looking from the top view, bird's eye view, how the bird will look at the things. This is on the floor, horizontal floor. On a horizontal floor, this was moving with velocity u, and it was striking, and then it will strike the vertical wall. As it strikes the vertical wall, one normal will be acting from this, and this normal will be definitely impulsive because this is colliding against the wall, and this normal is trying to stop it. Are you understanding the situation? First of all, this situation is in 3 dimensions.
Yes,
Like
sir.
Understand.
this is a wall, vertical wall,
Understood,
and this block is coming with velocity of the wall, and we are looking from the top. So we look at while we
When the
look from
ball
the
is
top, and we
falling with
calculate,
velocity, sir.
then this is a wall here. This is a fixed wall, right? So now this normal will become very large, but as normal becomes large, then the mu n is the friction. Then friction also becomes very large. When normal is impulsive, then the corresponding friction will be impulsive. Remember, when the normal is
Okay,
impulsive,
sir.
then the corresponding friction will automatically become impulsive. That is the case here. So in all cases, friction is not impulsive. Only in which cases the friction will be impulsive? When the corresponding normal is impulsive.
Normal is impulsive.
Okay. Understood?
Sir, that means
Yes,
if
sir.
normal is
Yes, sir.
opposite to
Yes, Hafiz, say what you want to ask.
Sir, if that means if normal is opposite to any force, the force will be impulsive, sir.
If normal is opposing, if normal is impulsive and it is opposing any other force, then that force is impulsive. That's what you are saying, right? What are you saying? I don't understand. If I make a ball collide with this side. Yes, say what? I'm not
It means
understanding
if
what you're saying.
we are taking opposite direction, sir, normal, we are taking tension opposite to normal, no, sir, impulsive force.
Yes, but this case is
clear.
Hafiz, your voice is not clear, but this case is completely different. It has nothing to do with the tension. It is completely different case.
No, sir, I am asking that all the forces that are opposite to normal are impulsive.
All the forces that are opposite to all the forces which are opposite to normal, that those can become impulsive. Yes, right. Those can become impulsive. Okay. Those can become impulsive.
okay, sir.
So, for example, in this particular case also, if this ball collides with it, so where the collision is taking place, that is definitely impulsive, and one is impulsive. But if it is on the ground, then one normal from the ground, although there is no such thing which is colliding with the ground, but because when the upper ball collides with the upper face, then the lower face also will get the impact of that hit. So N2 will also become large. N2 cannot become small. Imagine you are holding something on your hand and somebody hits a book which you are holding on your hand. Somebody hits the book from a ball from the top. Then you will also feel the impact or not. You will also feel that impact.
Yes, sir.
N2, okay, understood. So that impact will be transferred to N2. So if this side it is impulsive and there is one force here, then that force will automatically definitely become impulsive. The bottom force will also become impulsive. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay, right.
Sir,
but I can give you wait a second. I can give you one counter example of it when that will not happen. If it is colliding with this platform which is resting on the spring. I told you spring forces are never impulsive. So if it is just resting on the spring, then above it will be impulsive, but the force will not become impulsive. But you can think that after all, it is not a normal, it is just a spring force. And yes, it is true. After all, it is not a normal, it is just a spring force. So even if there is an impact suddenly from above, this impact will not be transferred to the spring. Therefore, we know the shockers we make using these springs. You know what are the shockers? In the bikes or in other places, we have shockers.
Yes,
Those absorb the shock.
Yes, sir,
So
yes,
the
sir.
springs are absorbing the shock because they are not able. This impact is not transferred to the this side because the spring force will depend on the compression, and compression cannot change instantaneously. It can change, but it will take time for it to change. Some time, even if time is small. So therefore, it cannot change instantaneously. So spring force will continue to be same. It does not change. Even if there is impact, the spring force will still remain same only. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Right.
Yes, sir.
Then let us go back to that diagram which I was making before. This, yes. So how to do this one now? In this question, first collision will be taking place between just
A and B.
and B. Yes, there is no role for others in this. Just first collision will be between A and B. These will be colliding. C will not participate in the collision. So if you want to write the conservation of momentum equation, it will be very big
M
mistake.
into U.
It will be very big mistake if you start taking these two as a single body, C and B. No, these are not like single body. What we should do?
Combine
like
them.
We should do M mass of A into velocity of U, initial momentum, is equal to final momentum. Finally, I don't know. But finally, whatever it is, I can write MA into V1 plus M of B into V1 plus U. Because E was given as 1. I think I gave E as 1 or not?
Yes, sir. One only, sir.
I gave E as 1. So when
One.
E is given as 1, then I can write in this way. If E is not given as 1, then I will write V1 plus U into E. This is our normal way of doing or not? You remember it?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So
Told,
U
sir.
will become
V1 plus U.
V1 plus V1
Plus
plus
U.
because all masses are equal. So just V1 will become then, I think, what is it becoming?
Zero,
Sir,
sir.
masses are not
V1 will
cancelled,
become-
sir.
Mass are not
Masses are equal or
Masses
not?
are not equal.
Well, sir.
If equal, by I have given equal here. So it became very easy problem because I gave equal.
Zero, sir.
I gave equal. So
V1
it is
equals
zero.
0.
But even if these are not given equal, then also we can do. You hope in that also it will be not tough, right? But this became
Yes, sir.
even much easier because in this case, M will just compress
Directly
and only
velocity
B will be moved.
exchange, sir.
So now they will exchange the velocities, and this upper block will still not exchange the velocity with this lower block. It will take time for it. So now the situation is like this. It has gained velocity U, but upper one VC is still we can say it is still zero.
Zero, sir.
Just
Zero.
after, then it is still zero.
Collision.
But long time after, it will not be zero now because in between them there is a friction.
Friction, sir.
And
Relative sliding.
because of friction, it will be having backward force. But on C, it will be having forward force.
Forward.
So the
Forward.
0 to V velocity will increase for C, but for B, velocity will change from U to V.
V.
Then equation after some time when they obtain same velocity, then C will be a little bit behind, and now both of these will be moving with velocity V. So now we can again apply conservation of momentum. How to apply? M into velocity of C was 0 just after that, plus the B block. B block has U. That is initial momentum now. That we will consider again initial. That will become into final. M plus M into V.
Into V.
This is the final situation. This is the initial situation. Equating these, we are
Yes, sir.
getting V equal to
U by
what
2.
V is?
U by
U
2.
by 2.
M.
Second
U
question
by
then. Second question was what will be
What
the
is the velocity?
what is
What
the
is the velocities
Work
of
done
A
by
and B for
impulsive
long time, sir?
forces, sir.
what is work done by the forces or the any forces acting on it? So work done by all the forces, which will be including friction,
Friction is
etc. All the
acting,
forces.
yes, sir.
Work done by friction will be equal to always change in mechanical energy.
Energy.
What was the initial energy? Initial energy was half m u square. What is the
U
final
square
energy?
minus
Final energy is half of m plus m moving with same
2m
velocity v,
into
v square.
V
That
square,
is
sir.
work done by
U by 2
friction.
whole square, sir.
Friction.
So I think it is minus of something. What is
We
minus?
get mu square by 4, sir. Mu square by 4, sir.
Minus of mu square
Plus
by.
m
By 4.
plus mu square by.
No, sorry. My mistake. Sorry.
Final minus.
Final
Work
minus
done by
initial.
friction
No, change is always final minus initial change.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Half
sir.
of m plus m into v square change minus
U square
half
by
of
4.
m into u square. Then this only, right? Right.
Yes, sir.
Here, if V1 is not 0, we need to include V1 term also. No?
V1 was if it is less, then obviously then because total
Yes,
change. No, but wait a second. If they are asking work done by friction, then I cannot include that. Reason? Because friction has no role to play after this. A is moving on its own, and now it is in between B and C. So I should look the situation after collision has already taken place, because during collision friction was not able to do any work. If during friction some work is done, then that was being done by the impulse acting between the A and B blocks. So even then, my answer will be just dependent on B and C. It will not be dependent on position
B
of
and C only, sir.
because when A and B collided, then friction has no role to play, and the work was done at that time only because of
Work
internal
done will be
normal
after
reaction.
collision only, sir.
Yes.
Yes,
So
sir,
work done by
friction will
friction
be
will be
after
only after
collision.
collision.
After collision.
But yes, this question is good that if they are not asking work done by friction only, they are asking work done by all the forces, including normal also, including friction also. Then yes, then I should consider velocity of A also in that case. Then I should consider that also.
Only
But that
initially,
will
sir. Finally,
include work done by all the forces. Okay. Yes.
Okay, sir.
So one more example I want to take now. This is a common question which they ask in this week. Although this question can be done in projectile also. If I give you a little bit definition of E. This is the question. This is a wall here, fixed wall, and this is a ground. And from the ground, we are projecting a ball. This is having frictionless ball, and it is colliding with it. After colliding, the ball comes back to this place and then comes back to this place after two collisions. And
What
it is
is the
given.
E value?
It is given that E is given to us. E is already given to us, right?
E is equal to
But mu is given as 0. This data is given. We have to find out that what should be the
Velocity.
distance of the ball. I think they ask in this question, what is the distance of the ball or something like that they ask. Or what is the quotient?
This question, sir, actually.
This question is a
Yes,
common
sir.
question, but I think
Yes,
in
sir,
that
we
they
can
mention
see in
normally.
reference books.
I think they mentioned that it collides. Will it
At
make a difference? At the maximum height, I think.
Yes, sir.
There
What
can
should
be
be the
different version
velocity?
of it. There can be different versions. I can ask this also when it is not colliding at the maximum height. But first, let us begin with this question. After that, I will change. So, question was, what is the quotient of restitution? That is the question. Answer it. What is the quotient of restitution? What is the quotient of restitution? Can you answer it?
Sir, at the highest point, only U cos theta is will remain.
At the highest point, only
U cos theta.
U cos theta. Yes, at the highest point it is U cos theta, and then this was U.
E equals to
theta.
0 minus.
Then while going, make diagrams like this. While going, it is U cos theta. While returning, it is E into
U cos theta.
And when it comes down here, in vertical velocity does not change here. By this collision, the vertical velocity cannot change. But why it cannot change in this top collision here? In this place, the vertical velocity cannot change. And in this place, the horizontal velocity cannot change. Okay, you understand? In the yellow shaded this place, vertical cannot change, and in this red color shade, the horizontal will not change, because in the vertical wall, the collision was taking in such a way so that normal was acting horizontally, but there was no vertical force. No vertical force. And if there is no vertical force, then vertical velocity remains unchanged. And the time of flight also from A to B to C back will remain unchanged. Right? Because the time of flight depends on the vertical velocity, and the time of flight will not change because of the collision at this, as the velocity along vertical does not change. So time of flight remains independent of the collision, whether it collides or it does not collide, as long as the wall is vertical. Okay. So anyway, what will be the now this horizontal velocity gets changed. Horizontal velocity gets changed
during that time.
So, during that, then what distance it will cover here? Normally, if I don't have a wall, then I know it will be r/2 distance. Other side also it will be r/2 distance.
R/2.
Time taken to go up is tu. Time taken to go down is td, and tu is equal to td, and both of these are equal to root 2 h by g. Or these are equal to u sin theta by g. These are not changing. Neither tu changes nor td changes. In backward journey also this does not change. But in backward journey, horizontal velocity gets changed. r/2 was equal to u horizontal, that is u cos theta.
So
into
u
time
cos
of
theta
downward
into
journey.
u sin theta by g we can write.
But in backward journey, when it comes back here, in backward journey, let us say this is x. Then x I can write as u cos theta into e into time of downward journey. And then I can write this thing as e into u cos theta into time of downward journey. But u cos theta into time of downward journey was r/2, so it became e
r/2.
r/2. So this thing I can write here. Here you can see this thing. This thing I can write here e times r/2. One part, this up to c, at least we are able to find out that c is at what distance from the wall. But now what is the distance a to c? That I can
R
find
by
by
2 into 1
R by
minus
2
C.
minus C by ER.
R by 2 R by 2 into 1 minus C.
no, yes, that is correct. But I want to find E actually. How will you get E if you just write in terms of E only? So
We need
I
to
want
find
to write
We'll
again
have
that.
same origin. Now,
with what velocity it goes rises up. With what velocity it rises up. With what velocity it came down. It came down with U sine theta, but it rises up with E into
U sin theta.
Theta.
Then what will be the time of flight for this part? Time
2
of flight for
into
this
U
part.
sin theta by G, sir.
2 U sin
Time
theta
of
by
flight
G.
is 2 into U sine theta
U
by
sin
G
theta into E.
normally, but now it will be E also. It will be E also.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
And what is the horizontal velocity here? Horizontal velocity
EU
here
cos
already
theta, sir. EU cos
EU
theta.
cos
EU
theta.
cos theta.
EU cos theta. That does not
Cos
change.
theta.
That is now same. So what will be the range from A to C?
Multiplying
A to
this
C
two
distance will become E into
2 cos
U cos theta
Cos theta.
multiplied by
into
2 U
2
sin
theta
theta
by
theta
G into
E
E.
by
By
G.
G into E.
E.
E,
That is,
sir.
I think, E square into R. Check it once.
square
It is right.
into
R,
sin
sir.
2
Yes,
theta
sir.
by G.
2U square sin theta by sin 2 theta by.
Yes, sir.
That
Yes,
is
sir.
E
Yes, sir.
square into
Correct
R.
one, yes, sir.
So I can
R
write
minus
this thing
E.
as E square into R, and the other was E into R by 2. So what we are getting now?
You can
Is
add
equal
them,
to
sir.
R.
E square into R by 2 plus E into R by 2. This total distance from the wall is also equal to half of range, because I said that it collided at the highest point. That was given to you, that it was colliding at the highest point. Only for that case I can write it as R by 2, and then our
Sir,
answer for
E
E.
square R no, sir. E square R by 2.
Square R no, sir, not R by 2,
E
sir.
square R, E square R.
Oh yes, good. You pointed out mistake again. Otherwise, I would have noticed only after this is out. Okay, right.
Take ER
E
common,
square
sir.
plus E by 2 is equal to 1 by
Quadratic,
2.
sir.
Just a quadratic. Everybody can get answer. Neglect the negative term and
Root 5 minus 1 by
root.
4, sir.
So positive
Root
root
5
only we will
minus
take
1 by
into
4.
root 5. Are you sure? If you are right, then okay, fine. I am believing you to be correct. Then it is root 5 minus 1 by 4.
That only.
So,
No, sir.
No, sir, no, sir, no, sir.
not that.
No, sir. It's correct only.
Okay, if okay means okay. I'm not interested in this whether it is right or not, but you understand how
Sir,
to
it
do.
is 1 by 2, sir.
1 by 2, sir.
1 by 2,
1 by
sir.
2.
It
1
will
by
not be 4.
No,
It
sir.
will be
1 by 2, sir. Only 1 by 2.
Okay, wait a second.
It is the
Say
2
again.
by 4, sir. That means 1 by 2.
Yes, sir. E equals to 1 by 2. Sir.
Root 5 minus.
Sir. No, sir. Root 9
No.
minus
Okay.
1 by 4.
Sorry. E is
Only
1 by 2,
1 by
right?
2,
So
sir.
why-
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Only
sir,
1
it
by
is
2.
1 by 2.
Then why did you say such a strange answer? E is equal to 1 by 2, right? We can verify 1 by 4 plus 1 by 4 is equal to 1 by 2, right? So E is coming out to be just 1 by 2 in this particular example. If I want to make question slightly different, then it can be this question where it is falling, it is thrown with some velocity u, then it is striking this plane, and then again and again it is going. Then what distance it covers on this? What is the range along the incline?
We
That
have
question can be
discussed
done.
a single question in projectile
Yes.
motion, sir.
So you can revise this question also once. I hope you can do this again. So how to do such question? If it is projected with velocity u perpendicular to the plane, let us say, then 2u by component this side of acceleration
2u
will
by
be G cos
G cos theta, sir.
G cos
G
theta.
cos theta.
This will be the time of
Time of-
flight, and this does not
Yes, sir.
change.
Yes, sir.
No, this changes, sorry, because coefficient of restriction is E. So one times if it comes back with U here, but it will be going back up with U
Changes
into
with
U.
U
EU.
is, sir. U
Into
is.
So
E.
it keeps
Second
changing.
term.
It keeps changing, right? So next time the time of flight will be TE. Third time it will
T.
become
Yes, sir.
TE square and so on. So
T
time
is
will be
square, sir.
T plus
Plus
TE
TE.
plus TE
Plus
square,
TE square.
so on.
Square
Up
and
to
so
so
on.
on.
This is a total time. And as far as what is the displacement covered in that time, that is easiest to answer. Displacement along x is equal to ux into t plus half of ax into t square. So that will be simply ux is here 0, I think, because I said it is
Zero,
projected
yes, sir.
perpendicularly.
Yes, sir.
0.
Zero.
And
G
time
sin theta
Half
into
into
time
G
we are
sin
this
theta,
whole
sir.
thing is time.
Yes,
This whole
sir.
thing
Yes,
is
sir.
time. So I
First
will
term
just
will
write
be
T
it.
zero.
series. GP is
First
zero.
term 0.
Acceleration
G
along
sin
x
theta into
G sin theta.
G sin theta into T
into
square.
t square.
T square
That is
plus T square.
that is a displacement along horizontal, and this displacement along horizontal will be same whether this time is not the total time, also it is time which is means at last I can say some 10 seconds or 20 seconds, whatever time I may give, then also this will be valid. It could be any time.
Formula,
But if
like
they're-
that formula, sir.
But if they are asking for the two collisions, after between two collisions, or after maybe what is the range after the third collision, depending upon that you have to answer how many times you have to take, depending upon what question they have asked.
They give infinite also, we can answer it, sir.
If it is infinite, then time will become
GB.
infinite only, then answer will also become infinite.
Geometric progression.
Sir,
No.
Geometric progression.
if we take a e less than 1, then we get
I
infinite
think you are
GB, sir.
no, wait in. Then displacement will be infinite only, it will never stop. But then I can ask you another question. I can ask you, what range does it cover along incline by we can say colliding
Two
with the incline
collisions.
by up
Two
to collisions,
collisions.
up to the time when the collisions are taking place. Up to
First collision, sir.
up to time the collisions are taking place. No, up to last collision.
Then still it come to rest.
Then it can't. Length of the
Like yes, sir.
That will be length of the incline, no, sir.
length of the incline, or based on length of incline, it will depend.
Directly length of incline.
Or maybe before that only it may fall.
Sir, if
We
e
can't
is less
say
than
also how
1,
it
then
If it is not falls exactly, then distance will be reduced.
if e less than 1, we can find it, sir, by taking infinite terms.
Up to the time,
GP we can apply.
up to the time collisions are taking place, that time will not be infinite actually. That time will be finite only.
And
That
collisions
will not
we
be
need to
infinite.
take infinite.
How
no?
can we say it, sir?
How can we say? By adding this taking place. See, it is interesting thing here that this time will not be infinite. 1 plus e square up to infinite also if I take, then this will be just I think 1 upon
1
1
by
minus
1 minus e, sir.
1 by 1
This
minus
is-
c, sir.
That only, sir.
It is
Collisions
finite.
we need to consider infinite.
Yes, sir.
It is finite. But in this case, the collisions are taking place. But it does not mean it stops after the collision stops. It does not stop after that also. After that, it will go with sliding. So first it will be going like this.
Yes, sir.
Then it will go.
Yes, sir.
Then
Yes, sir.
it will keep on moving with sliding. So answer for the question when what distance it covers, that is infinite. If time is infinite. But answer for the question that what distance it covers up to the time the collisions are taking place,
Collisions is
then
the-
1
that
by
is
1
infinite.
minus
Then our time will
1
become
by 1 minus.
t
1
upon
by 1 minus c.
2 1 by 1 minus. E
t
by
upon
1
1
minus
minus.
6.
That is the time up to which the collisions are taking place. So that answer will be different, right?
The T should be substituted at that place, sir.
T we can substitute from the beginning. We found it here. That we will
Yes, sir.
substitute here, and then this whole thing we will substitute here in SX, so we can get that.
Yes, sir.
But for which case we are doing it? We are doing for the case when
Collisions are
up to the
taking
time
place.
collisions are taking place. Okay, up to that time only. So okay, this was I think on collisions, right? Now better to go for Pathfinder questions. We have enough experience in this. Now we can go to Pathfinder questions. Let us take question number 7 maybe. This question we can take.
क्लास अब 12,000 से 5 को दिला अभी आधा घंटे ऊपर जाए
Yes, this question we want to do now. Can you read it? Right.
Yes, sir, we can read it, sir.
So then just think about it for some time. After that, I will explain. First, I want you to think on it, how to do. This question is about average thermal power dissipated in the process.
Work done by friction.
Work done by friction, sir.
Yes, sir.
So whatever power is dissipated, that is obtainable by just work done by the friction. You are right only. Okay, just still think
Yes, sir.
and try to get the answer. I think you have some idea. At least you can get the answer. After that, I will tell you how can we do it. Okay.
Oh, yes, sir.
Option C, sir.
Option C. Anybody else? Anybody else getting answer or not? See, what will be the momentum? Momentum will remain same. I don't even have to apply. Are you finding out the final velocity? I don't recommend that also. No need to find the final velocity also, because we should know one thing. Momentum remains same. So directly in terms of momentum also, I can write the kinetic energy or not? I can write initial
Yes,
kinetic
sir.
energy as P square by 2m is the initial kinetic energy, and final kinetic energy will become minus P square by 2 into m plus capital M. That will be the loss of energy. And this loss of energy divided by the time taken will be equal to the power dissipated.
Power.
So what time it will take to lose this energy, that we can think now. So time taken we can find out easily by on this mass. On this mass, what is the acceleration? Acceleration on this mass is, it is the force on acting on it is mu mg. So I can say its acceleration is equal to just mu g, right or not? Mu g.
Yes, sir.
What is the acceleration of the lower mass? That is, let us say A2, and A2 will be equal to just mu mg divided by capital M. So that is equal to mu
Capital M,
into
yes, sir.
mg by capital M. That is A2. So can we tell now what is the relative acceleration for this? So if I know the relative acceleration, then I have, when this, with respect to this observer, this block will finally stop. But when it will stop, that time I want to find. How to find that time? I will just use the formula u of 1 with respect to t upon acceleration of 1 with respect to t. That will be the time taken to stop. So that acceleration we can obtain easily. It will be time taken to stop we can obtain easily. U by take the relative. Now because these are in opposite directions, one is along I cap and one is along minus I cap. So they will add up. So we will get, I think, mu g into 1 plus small m by capital M. That is the time taken, right or not? U upon mu g into 1 plus capital small m by capital M. Is that right? And what is in the numerator here? In the in the power formula, P formula is P. We can write as half into P. Is it P star? I think P is in the center of mass frame, right? No, not center of mass. I have taken ground only. No need of center of mass. In the ground frame only, I can take. No need of center of mass frame. In the ground frame, I can take. So what is initial momentum here? Momentum initially was m into u, and that momentum will remain same. So I can put p as mu. So I will be getting this thing as. Just solve it now and tell me what answer do we get. Half of m into u square minus half of, I think I get m square into u square upon m plus capital M divided by time. Time we are getting divided by this term here, which is u divided by mu g. Again, this thing is mu g into m plus small m, and here capital M will come here.
Capital M.
This. And this u will cancel one of the u's above. There are two u's here, u squared. So the one u will cancel the square term.
No, that.
And I think from here we should get now what answer we are getting. Let us check once. M
square cancel, sir.
M square cancelled. We are left with
small m into capital M by 2.
Small m into capital M by 2 upon capital M, and mu g will come to the numerator part.
Yes, sir.
And here m plus small m. Capital M.
Capital M.
So we are getting answer as.
Sir, capital M plus small m also new.
There, that is also cancelled, I think. That is also in the numerator. So we are left with just, I think, this only. Is it that or not?
Yes, sir.
That only. So somebody said C. C was not the answer. Why you are getting C? Or we can see once what is the answer given by them. If you are having that Pathfinder, can you check it there? Wait. Let me check myself only. Solutions are given, I think, here. What was the number of that? What was the question number?
7, sir.
Seventh one, yes, sir.
Seventh one is A answer.
A is only right.
Okay, right. So let us go back to that question. We were discussing where. Here, I think, right here.
98, sir.
Seventh has A. So A will be the answer. So what mistake you commit? You know, you see, try to find out the mistake, and we can do it almost orally also. Okay, fine. We did by this way. Means simply loss of energy divided by time. But if I think in another way, what is the power dissipated? Mu mg into u, is the initial power getting dissipated or not? By the friction
force into velocity.
Friction force into velocity, that is initial, right? But at last, what will the power dissipated? 0. So on an average, what power will get dissipated by the
average?
Mu mg into u by 2.
Correct answer. Mu mg by u by 2.
Orally also we can get answer, but why I did by that way? See, sometimes we may not get idea. So we should know the long method, definitely. Definitely we should know how to do it normally.
Sir, one short method, sir.
Short method is this. I know that the motions are uniformly accelerated. Do I know the motions are uniformly accelerated or not?
Yes,
anywhere, means if I say what is the motion of 1 with respect to 2, I think I don't need to find out. I can directly say that A1 is constant and A2 is constant, and if these are constant, then A with 2 constant, Then with respect to m, this is just uniformly accelerated motion.
Yes,
And
sir.
if it is uniformly accelerated motion with respect to that, then what conclusion we are able to get from that? That average velocity will be initial velocity divided by 2. Is it right or not? Average velocity will be initial velocity divided by 2.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Correct on it. U1 plus U2.
Because finally it will be, see, for uniformly accelerated motion, we can apply this formula. Initial velocity plus final velocity divided by 2 is the average velocity.
By 2,
that
yes,
can
sir.
be applied for
It is kinematics, sir,
So,
already. Sir.
what is the work
yes,
done
sir.
by the friction? Work done by the friction, in which frame we are
Mu
finding out?
mg.
We are finding out work done by the friction in the frame of capital M. Why we are
Capital.
finding out in the capital M frame? Because in the capital M frame, it is easier to find out. Why? Because work is only being done by the friction on the upper block, but no work is being done on the by the friction on the lower block if I am finding from the capital M frame. So it becomes easier in the capital M frame. Because the lower block remains stationary. Lower block remains stationary, only work is being done on the upper block. So what is the work being done on the upper block?
Minus
Work
mu
being done on the upper
mg
block is
into u by 2.
minus mu
Minus mu
mg
mg.
into displacement divided by time, and that will be equal to minus mu mg into average
Mu
velocity.
mg into average velocity.
And average velocity is
U
just
by
u
2.
by 2. Answer very
U by
fast
2.
quick
Yes, sir.
answer. Very
Understood.
fast quick answer. Very quickly. Just minus mu mg u by 2. But because they are writing magnitude wise, so obviously it should be taken mu mg u by 2. So is it not really very simple way to do? Just quickly we can get answer very easily. But only after we already see, sometimes we may not get idea. So therefore first I took by a normal method, how we can do it. And then I gave you shortcut also. Okay.
Okay,
Right.
sir.
Next we have, let us say, question number 6. Can we see 6 once? Let us see 6 now. I will bring it to the page. Yes, do it here now. Top of a large block A of mass 4 kg consists of a frictionless slope of height. Fault is, I think it is based on work energy power. We don't even need to do this. It has nothing conservation momentum at all. A has mass or not? I want to check A has mass or not. I think A does not have
sir.
mass.
Block A of mass 4 kg.
A has also mass, right? And B?
B was 1 kg mass.
Then right. Then I think
1 kg.
Then I think we may need and this is kept on smooth surface. Then we may need that conservation of momentum also somewhere. Okay, then do it. Try once. Okay. Block B and the horizontal portion of block A, coefficient of friction is we have to find. It in the curve, I think there is smooth curve. I think so. Curve is also having friction or not?
No, sir. Smooth.
Only some part of curve and the
horizontal part is only having roughness.
yes, sir. Other is horizontal.
Right. So then, first of all, when it comes here, up to that there is no loss of energy. So we can use both conservation of momentum as well as conservation of energy.
Conservation of energy.
So how to use both? I can simply, in this case, center mass frame is also the ground frame. And therefore, I can simply write P square by 2 mu is equal to, or half into mu into V relative square also I can write, is equal to what?
Equals to mgh, sir.
M into G into height is given. Height is given as
40, sir.
And the friction was also acting.
And this mass is of the block B. So mass is 1 kg, G is 10, and height is 0.4. So we can get, and mu value we can find 1 into 4 upon 1 plus 4. That is, I think, 4 by 5. So what is the momentum in the center mass frame for one body? Momentum in the center mass frame for one body is coming out to be 4 into 8 by 5, I think. Is it right? That is 32 by 5.
It is
That
6.4,
is
sir.
P star. That is 6.4.
4, sir. No,
That
by
is 6.4.
considering momentum between B and A.
So this momentum is of whom? This is momentum of both A and B, because net momentum in horizontal frame is the ground frame is 0. So this is of P star for this, and it is P star for B also.
Okay.
But now, what will be the velocity of
Velocity,
velocity we can find, right? Velocity of
relative
B
velocity needed in
Velocity
this.
P star by
P star by mu is the
m
relative
candle,
velocity.
sir. Yes.
I think why I took this, I could have taken initially itself.
Directly, you can take mu relative. Sir.
That would have given me directly V relative. Okay, no problem. Anyway, finally, this energy will be lost in the horizontal distance covering along the horizontal, right?
1 centimeter.
Yes, sir. Equating
What distance they are covering along
horizontal?
horizontal? 1.
You know,
meter,
H
sir.
relative, U relative, you know, we can get.
Suddenly, I am feeling. See, I really became stupid here by doing so many things. Finally, I am thinking I can directly write this thing only. What stupid thing I am doing really? Work done by friction will be equal to change in mechanical energy. So that will be just equal to
Yes,
loss of mechanical energy is minus mgh, and directly work done by friction I can find out in the frame of A. It is easy to find out like we did last time. That will be equal to simply minus mu mg into displacement, relative displacement into relative displacement. So this is answer directly. I don't even have to go through all this. I don't know what I was thinking really. We don't need all this. Sometimes we don't get ideas, no problem. But anyway, see, we can do it this way. Let us check answer now. What is the displacement along horizontal? Displacement along horizontal is
1
meter,
1 meter is given, and that is relative or not? Because we are finding out relative.
relative
I think 0.4 we get, sir.
Then mu is coming out to be 0.4.
0.4.
Now check it. Answer. What is answer given by them? Same or not?
How can we say that given is relative distance, sir?
How can we say
That the given is relative distance.
it slides down the
centimeter.
slope and then stops after sliding a distance 1 meter on the horizontal portion of the top block.
Relative
On the
only it is
horizontal
always.
portion of the
That
top block.
is relative only, sir.
On the horizontal portion means on the relative only.
Sir, 0.4, sir.
Then
0.4.
can you
Directly.
see how quickly
Directly,
one step answer only, right? So find 6th, 7th we got. Let us come to question number 8 now. Question number 8 we do. Small block rests on flat bottom of a deep bowl that is placed on a horizontal floor. There is no friction between the block and the bowl, as well as between the bowl and the floor. Okay. Total mass of the bowl and the block is m. If the bowl is given a horizontal velocity by a sharp hit, the block rises to maximum height h on the. I think this type of question we have discussed already. Maximum kinetic energy of the ball is mgh. Okay, now you think
First option correct only, sir.
maximum kinetic energy of the ball will be
MGH only, sir.
mg.
I think minus m.
Because potential energy.
Bowl.
Ball is at rest or ball is also movable?
Bowl is movable, sir. Both are movable.
Movable, sir.
Then ball may also gain some kinetic energy. Deep ball is.
Sir, that is only in option B, sir.
There is no friction between the ball and the the total mass is given of the ball and the block is capital M. Total is capital M. So the maximum kinetic energy of the ball, how will it be mgh? I don't know what you are thinking.
No, sir.
Sir,
it will not
the
be.
bowl is lighter.
It is resting on
Minimum
a
kinetic energy of the bowl is 0 now, sir.
When the ball is
Lighter, minimum kinetic energy of the bowl will be 0 because mass.
if the ball is lighter, if the ball is given
block,
lighter, then minimum kinetic energy of the ball will be 0. No, oh yes, right only I think so.
That is correct only, no, sir.
Correct
Then
only.
maximum kinetic energy of the bowl would be
But 0,
MGH.
I don't know 0. Why they are calling 0?
Sir, it will
Lighter
not be
means
0.
no, not sorry. Lighter only, not they are not saying it is massless. Lighter means it is lighter compared to the other block, other thing. It does not mean it has 0 mass. B is not correct according to me. I should not think lighter meaning. At the highest point, when this reaches here, then both have kinetic energy. Let us consider the mass to be m1 and m2. Better to consider m1 and m2. Then I will say half of m1 plus m2 into velocity. Say they will have same velocity at the highest point.
Yes, sir.
Their relative velocity will become 0. This
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
this concept of relative velocity becoming 0 at the highest point we are using in several places. Yesterday also I told you some diagrams where this kind of diagram was there. At the highest point velocities are becoming
With
0.
respect to that B.
Because with respect to one, the other has to come to rest momentarily. So relative should
Rest,
become
yes,
0.
sir. Same velocity.
This is equal to, it is coming, this plus mgh plus m1 gh. That should come from initially just half of m1 into u square. Right? Initially
Sir.
only this has
Yes, sir.
velocity u.
Yes, sir.
So it should come from this. Then next they are saying the maximum kinetic energy of the ball. So maximum kinetic energy of the ball is when it will return back. It will not be at this time. At the highest point, it is not maximum. Maximum kinetic energy of the ball will be when it
Just
rises
before
up and then it returns. It rises and then it returns. So while it returns back,
Sir, first
at that
they
time it
give
will
ball
acquire
to
some
velocity,
velocity.
no, sir. M2. They
Which has
give
given
ball to
velocity.
velocity.
Ball is given.
Sharp. Yes, sir. Ball, sir. M2, no,
Oh,
sir.
sorry.
M2.
I was thinking the ball is not given, but that is given. Wait a second. Sorry. Then
option B will be right.
Then let us
block moves
think again
towards
once again.
leftwards.
If ball is given, this is given velocity in which direction? Not mentioned.
We will be assume.
We can assume any one
Or,
direction.
Okay,
yes,
let us
sir.
see you given. This will be remaining at rest till the time it touches this surface. Then it will start climbing on it. As it starts climbing on it, it will reach here at a height h. And that
yes,
time
sir.
the velocity will be v. That time
Same
velocity will be
velocity.
v. So then we can say half of
Capital M V square equals to
m2 and m1, I should say now. M2 for ball and m1 for this. Half of m2 plus m1 into v square is equal to m1 gh. Sorry, plus m1 gh is
equals to half M2
half of m2 into u square. This is one
U
equation.
square, yes, sir.
But this equation does not
Initial
give us the
momentum
maximum.
equals
What they are saying, maximum kinetic energy of the ball. Maximum kinetic energy of the ball is just total initial kinetic energy of the ball is itself maximum, and that is not equal to, why will it be mgh?
Because ball will not rise, no.
Ball will not rise, so it will not be mgh obviously, because ball is not rising.
I think
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That is wrong only then.
At
What
least
about
A
B?
will be eliminated.
What about B? If the ball is lighter than the block, then the maximum kinetic energy of the ball is 0. Ball is lighter. Then maximum kinetic energy of the ball, minimum kinetic energy of the ball is 0.
We did not predict this, sir.
Can we?
But maybe.
There is a very simple way to think about such questions. Let me give you another way to think on this about these questions. Then you will be able to do such questions very fast. This can be taken like, what kind of equations I am having here? One equation I am having conservation of
Mechanical
momentum,
energy. Yes, sir.
and another I am having kinetic energy before and after going up and coming down. Means what should I call it? Kinetic energy is conserved when it is conserved, not in the entire process. It is conserved while it is going forward. When it is on the kinetic energy conservation, I should say kinetic energy conservation on flat portion. Kinetic energy conservation on flat portion. Then we are using two equations: conservation of momentum and kinetic energy conservation on flat portion. Don't you think it is like elastic collision? It is like elastic collision. Means think in this way. In elastic equation also we have two equations only. So whatever we get for elastic collision, same thing we will be getting here. Means if I say that this block is given velocity u, and this let us no, I'm not dealing with that question. I'm taking another problem, m1 and m2. And you think here, this is m1 and this is m2, and this is given with velocity u, right? And then finally they collided. As they collided, their kinetic energy converted into potential energy. Which potential energy? Elastic potential energy. They will be deformed, and elastic potential energy will be increased. Elastic potential energy by the deformation. Energy stored in the deformation, that will be there. But here energy is converted into which form? It is converted into potential energy form.
Potential
MJ.
energy form, sir.
But situation is same. It is also getting stored. It is also getting stored. And finally, when it returns back, on the time of returning back, when it again falls to the back to the ground, then let us say it attains velocity v1, and that has already acquired velocity v2 by that time. In this case, also same thing happens. This will come back with velocity v1, and the other one has acquired velocity v2 by that time. Sometimes it may not return. Sometimes it may be still moving in the same direction only. We know such collisions are also possible when the target also starts moving velocity with velocity v, but this m1 keeps on moving. M1 does not reverse its direction. When M1 does not reverse the direction, what does it tell us? It tells us that the velocity of M1 never becomes zero in this entire process. It remains positive, and finally also it is positive. But when M1 reverses the direction from U to V1 backwards, then it means M1 reverses its direction, then it has to pass through zero velocity. Then momentarily, at some point, somewhere, it should become zero also. Understood? Same type of analysis we can have for this also. Same type of analysis we can have for this. So when will M1 reverse the direction in normal case of collision? First, let us think about it. When will M1 reverse its direction in case of collisions? Very simple way I am telling you to tell whether it will reverse or not. If it is M1 and it is M2, and we know impulse acting on M1 is, let us say it has velocity, let us say U. I told you impulse acting is equal to mu into U relative, that is impulse. So U minus this upon M1. If it is negative, then M1 will be momentarily coming to rest. If it is negative, what is that coming out to be? U minus M1 M2. I can write M2 upon M1 plus M2 into U is less than 0, or 1 is less than M2 by M1 plus M2, or what I'm getting from here. Wait a second. Is it right or something wrong?
M1 less than 0. M1 less than 0 get, sir.
No. Wait a second. Something is wrong already here.
Sir, doubt, sir. How can we get that impulse equal to mu into U?
Wait a second. Let me finish this thing. Otherwise, it will go wrong again. I don't want me to become wrong. Some equation is wrong here. What is it? Mu into U upon M1. Getting backwards. U minus this, and then I'm getting M1.
M1 plus M2 less than M2 again.
M2 less than M2.
What is what?
M1 less than 0.
M1 can never be less than 0, obviously.
M1 tends to 0, sir, actually.
I'm getting a lot of noise from someone. I don't know who is that.
We are getting some train sound, sir.
Impulse is backwards, and it is M1 into U is the initial momentum minus impulse. Impulse is equal to mu into U relative. So M1 minus M1 is less than mu. This is okay. This is what we should get now. I think yes, right. This should be negative. Means this momentum should become negative. Then I should write M1 is less than mu. So I'm getting M1 is less than M1 M2 upon. Same thing only we are getting, right?
Same, sir.
It also means M1 plus M2 less than M2.
Oh, sorry, my formula was wrong. Formula of impulse, I am taking wrong formula. Formula for impulse was mu into U relative into 1 plus E.
Yes, that one.
So you took it as 0. Elastic collision.
Then if I take this, then I will be getting, now let us do it once again. For elastic collision, I want to write for elastic collision. Then I will be getting M1 into U minus mu into
minus M2.
U is less than 0. So M1 is less than 2 into mu. So we are getting M1 is less than 2 into M1
M2
upon M2 by M1 plus M2. M1 cancel.
Then what we are getting from here?
M2 greater than M1, sir.
M2 greater than M1. So
Yes,
M2 must be greater than M1. When M2 is greater than M1, even if it's slightly greater than M1, then what happens to M1? M1 will get reversed. M1 will reverse its direction of velocity. So M1 will momentarily come to rest. That we can always guarantee. Same way for this particular example also, I can now we understand this is somewhat related to collision, and we can understand answer those questions easily.
Sir,
So,
how that
how that
mu U into 1 plus E impulse equal to?
That we derive now. If you are not done this,
ID plus
This,
IR.
this was not only the
plus
question.
impulse of information.
This was not the question which I just derived. This was the question which I stressed so much. I said this is a question which is very soon. I said this is a question which we will be using several times. I said this question is, and this impulse is always independent of the frame of reference. Means this is a question on which I elaborated for 20 minutes at least. And you are saying how we got this really? Mu into U relative into 1 plus E. This will be impulse and it is always valid.
Sir.
Independent
AR
of
plus ID side was.
it is independent of the frame of reference. How we got this? No, how to tell really how we got this? Impulse is equal to impulse due to deformation plus impulse due to reformation. Impulse due to deformation is P initial star plus P
IR by ID equals to
P
E, no, sir.
initial star
We have to substitute.
into 1 plus E. P initial star is equal to mu into U into 1 plus E. That is impulse. Now if somebody is asking how impulse due to deformation is equal to P initial star, then I should say by definition impulse due to deformation means when the initial momentum in the ground this
momentum
zero
Engine momentum.
so then that only will be initial impulse of deformation. Impulse of reformation when it recovers back from 0 to P final star. So change in that will become that will be P final star. So this is that, and this impulse is independent of frame of reference. We wrote it in the frame in the variables which we took in the center mass frame, but this will be independent of the frame of reference. Now somebody will think now why it is independent of the frame of reference, because I can write impulse also as f into dt integral, and I know the forces are independent of frame of reference.
Yes,
So
sir, yes, sir.
we have a reason to believe. We have a reason to believe that even if we find it in one frame, we can use it in all other frames also. Is that clear? I repeat again, but although I have not only actually it is not again, it is third repetition. Before that also I repeated it 1 or 2 times in fact to just explain this point clearly, because I remember I took it in the evening class and that class was not attended by everyone. So I became cautious and I thought I should take it again.
Yes,
I took it in the next class again. I took it again in the next class, and now you are asking, and it is kind of surprising for me really. And reality check also, I really don't know why.
So it was in it, sir, actually that way.
And moreover, now
Again, they
videos are
can
also
see.
there. You can go through those videos. Now, wait a second. Come to this. So anyway, I said one simple thing. When M2 will be greater than M1, then M1 when coming on it, and this is at rest first of all, that is the condition here. Then M1 will
is
reverse its
going
direction.
back, sir.
When M2 is at rest
Yes,
and
sir,
M1
yes,
is greater
sir.
than M1. Then M1 will go back. So now come to the same question once again. In that, what was happening? Let us read it, and now you should be able to do it yourself also. Let us read it once again. So in this case, which is going? U is going. What happens when it this block? Initially, block is like target. Consider block like M2 and consider it like M1. And as I told you, sometimes M1 can return back, and sometimes M1 may be still going in the same direction. Okay. So when M1 will return back, M1 will return back in those cases where the block is heavier. M2 is greater than M1. If M2 is greater than M1, then M1 will return back. And if M1 returns back, then M1 will definitely momentarily come to rest also. So the minimum kinetic energy of the ball may be 0. Minimum kinetic energy of the ball may be 0, but we must know the ratio of masses. Yes, we must know the ratio of masses. If the mass of M2 is greater than mass of M1, that ball, then yes, then minimum kinetic energy of it will become 0. Okay. Is it right or not?
Yes, sir. Understood, sir.
Yes, sir, yes, sir.
So it means what answer we are getting? We are getting answer A is wrong.
C.
C is also wrong, or right? No, C is right.
C is right, sir.
D also
If the
right,
ball
sir.
is lighter, if the ball is lighter than the block, then minimum kinetic energy of the ball is 0. B is right. B is also right. Ball is lighter, then minimum kinetic energy will become 0. It will momentarily come to rest. Definitely. To predict the maximum as well as the minimum kinetic energy of the ball, we must know the.
Yes, sir.
To predict the maximum kinetic energy as well as minimum. Maximum kinetic energy of the ball. I think that we already know. Maximum kinetic energy of the ball is half of m into u square. So D is not right. To predict maximum kinetic energy of the ball, I don't need to know the ratio of masses. That initial energy itself is the maximum for this. That we already know, because at that time it was not giving energy to anything. It was with ball only. That is its initial maximum energy. So I don't think D will be right.
Only BC.
So according to me, answer should be
option B.
Answer should be B. And answer C is right or not. To predict the minimum kinetic energy of the ball, we must know the ratio of masses. I think
Yes, sir. It is right.
D is C is wrong. No, C is right. I think C is right. B and C are right, right?
But B are.
What is the answer given?
Answer was given as A, B, C. Sir?
Answer given is
B, C.
A, B, C it seems, sir.
A, B, C. Let me check once. A is, how is A answer? Let me check once. Can A be the answer? Let me once again see. Maximum kinetic energy of the ball is mgh.
How can it be?
That will happen only when both come to rest at some moment, and at that time then also it will not be possible. Even then also it is not possible, I think so, because
Ball is not high.
okay, but I will still like to see once if they are giving, then I have to think once again, because in Pathfinder very few questions are wrong, so chances are that most of the questions are not wrong. In fact, let me see once. Where was that answer? Answers are here. Which question was it?
8th, sir.
8. They have given A, B, C. They have clearly given A, B, C. So I have to think again. In fact, I have to find it out now, because only by finding we can, by thinking maybe we will be getting wrong idea. But when we will really find it out, then we will not commit any mistake. Sometimes our intuition may be wrong. So here just we are thinking intuitively, but we are not trying to find it out. Time is over already.
Yes, sir.
Then okay. Then I will do one thing. I will find out the answers for this, and then
Check it out, sir. And yes, sir.
Sir, I will send one question.
Or maybe I will send it in the group also. I can take a snapshot and send in the group.
Sir, I had sent one doubt in group, sir. Once explain, sir. That question, not to do, only explain.
Wait a second. Let me go to my mobile first, because my mobile is not with me right now. There's my mobile. Here it is. Okay. What is the question? Last one. Okay. A shell of mass 1 kg is projected with velocity 20 meters per second at an angle 60 degrees with the horizontal. It collides perfectly inelastically with the ball. Okay, so sticks to it, right? So first of all, I think it is colliding at the highest point. Is it right or not?
Yes, sir. That is correct, sir.
So if it is colliding at the highest point, then its velocity before collision was
only u cos theta, sir.
10 meters per second.
Yes, sir.
So just assume now in horizontal direction. Now it's like two body collision in horizontal direction only. So where the projectile is colliding with that target, Bob. So use the conservation.
At the highest point.
How did I directly say that it does?
Collide that he asking, how do you say at the highest point? You calculate the maximum height. Maximum height is 15.
Maximum height,
sir. Maximum height 15, sir. 15, sir.
So maximum height is not that difficult to calculate. No, I told you how to find the maximum height. Average speed.
How did you say I'm asking actually?
That is correct only, sir. Maximum height only is collide.
See, average speed is 20 by 2. Average, sorry. Average.
I'm asking.
Average speed is 20 root 3 by 2. U square sin square theta. U square sin square theta by 2g. That is the maximum height. But if you are asking that how did I calculate it? No, I did not calculate it. I made a guess. I made a guess because of the reason that I thought that it will become a little stupid question if somebody is making it collide in such a way that it's colliding from below.
So it's still it was some complicated might be.
That will become a stupid question, because then it will not. Then the string will be rising up and it will become loose. So I was thinking that it will not be asked in that way. So probably he will be asking. That was just a guess. Also, he can ask in this way also. It may be colliding downwards. Then also we can answer.
Sir, but this question at maximum height only they collide, sir.
But anyway, in this particular, So in this particular case, it is 10 meter per second. It is m, and it is mass. What is mass of this?
1 kg, sir.
1, and this mass, second mass.
1, sir. Trolley weight also 4/3, sir. Trolley.
Trolley weight is also.
It was given 4/3 kg.
Right.
4/3 kg, sir.
Trolley does not participate in collision, so I will not even worry about it because tension is acting upwards. Trolley is not participating in the collision process. It is,
Yes, sir,
it is
yes,
between A and B. So that is just 1 into
10 into 1 equals to
Normal.
2 into V. Yes, sir.
V
5.
is equal to 5.
It's normal on this. You can
Half
Now-
mv square equals to.
Wait a second. It is 5 now, and now the trolley will participate in collision now. After that, what happens now? After a long time, it will acquire same velocity V, and it will also have velocity V, and this angle is theta.
Yes, sir. 5
That
by
is
2, 5 by
maximum
2.
height reach.
Now, but one more thing, this also will be valid only if I'm assuming that it is not able to complete the vertical circle around it. Otherwise, the maximum height will be 2r. That is 1 here, 1 plus 1, 2. But I'm assuming that it does not, it is not able to complete vertical circle. It stops somewhere. Then I'm writing this equation. Then
Yes,
I
sir,
will be
okay,
getting. Then I will be getting. I think now, what is the equation now? Now I can write it as half into mass of the
M
this total
2m.
kg.
2
2
Yes,
into
sir.
v square plus what is the trolley mass?
4/3, sir.
Plus 4/3 into v square also. This is the kinetic energy.
Equals to
and
mg of.
no,
potential.
not equal. Plus mgh plus mass of this whole. Let me write the mass of whole as capital M.
Okay,
I'm
sir.
writing the mass of whole means three things. Total mass is capital M. Total 3. So I'm just
10
writing
by
half
3.
of
10 by 3, sir.
M1 plus M 10 by 3 given.
No, sir.
Right.
Total 10 by 3, sir.
10 by 3 into v square plus 10 by 3 into g into h. H will be 1 minus
1
cos
minus cos theta, yes, sir.
theta. This much height is raising. This
Yes, sir.
is equal to kinetic energy after collision. Kinetic energy after collision is half into 2 into v square.
2 into v square.
This is v dash. This is v dash. Different
5 by 2, sir. That v dash is 5 by 2, sir.
Can we get the answer now?
Calculating, sir.
V is 5 here. 5 square.
Yes, sir. V5, sir.
Okay. Okay.
I think you will get answer. No need to worry. I'm sure. Okay.
Okay, sir. Calculating.
But, one thing other than that, in that assignment, how many questions have you done already, and how many are pending?
Only that question.
One question only you did?
No, sir. Up to 33. There are some questions
Oblique collision.
not there in assignment, sir.
Okay. I could not understand what you mean. There are some questions not in assignment.
Some pages are not there, sir.
Some pages are missing in that.
Yes, sir.
So those pages are missing, I think, because those were out of syllabus probably. So those may.
Okay, sir.
may
Okay,
be-
sir.
Okay.
Sir given after 18 to 26, sir. 18 after 26. That's
Right. So those we are able to do, right?
up to 25 questions we have done, sir.
Okay, fine. Okay, then I'm ending it now. And the one boy has recorded already. I don't know who has recorded. He
Sir,
can-
tell him to boost it.
Kartikeya, sir.
Send you in the
Kartikeya.
WhatsApp, sir.
You can
Kartikeya,
send,
sir.
you can send in WhatsApp also. That will be
Sir,
better. I
send
think.
in WhatsApp.
Send in WhatsApp.
People not